people think this man is a future UFC champion. I'm not going to go that far just yet, but in terms of putting together a modern-day mixed martial arts athlete into one package, this kid can do it all.
Yeah, because you watch what you say. Guys like me will just agree with this guy's a future champion, but your word holds value, so you won't do that. But every now and again, there comes a guy that seems to have it. This guy has it. This guy, when you look at him, you see a championship belt around his waist because he can do it all. He's got high-level wrestling, high-level grappling, high-level striking. He reminds me of Kamaru Usman.
Yeah.
There was no, I wonder, with Usman. It was, when will it happen? This guy possesses that type of skill.
And he has sort of a championship aura, right? He walks into our fighter meeting, methodically managing his energy. Seems to be the total package. Obviously a perfect test for him right here, right now, at this stage of his career. For my money, Mike, the most well-rounded fighter in this division, a true mixed martial artist at his core, and he believes he'll have a lot of advantages in this matchup.
Everyone talks about him being well-rounded. It's unbelievable to watch a guy that can do everything across the board at such a high level.
Yeah, he's comfortable wherever the fight goes. Maybe he'll grapple tonight, maybe he'll strike. Makes him a hard guy to prepare for. So much UFC history has played out here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Plenty more where that came from tonight. The athletes are ready to go. And now our tail of the tape for this flyweight tilt. All right, now for the official introductions. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Steve Astro Boy Erceg. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Alex Perez!
And there's Herb Dean. He will handle the action inside the octagon.
Good.
All right, early round action here as we get another look at Alex Perez. Injuries have been a part of the narrative of late. There have been some issues on the scale as well. And his championship opportunity against Davison Figueroa back in 2020 didn't last more than 2 minutes. Safe to say that the hunger still burns for one Alex Perez, and when he's on, he's as talented and versatile as any flyweight in this division. Outstanding wrestling base, very good with the hands, and a real threat. He'll try to prove as much here in this matchup.
He closes the distance beautifully. He's got a single collar tie.
Immediately gets the underhook. Oh, lands a hip toss now. All right, full guard here. Bottom fighter likes it. Top fighter figures to want to try to pass.
Yes, he definitely wants to pass, or he wants to get posture to land ground and pound.
All right, side control now. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Erceg getting worked here from the top. Ground and pound strikes raining down.
And there you go, again, half guard. Oh, right into mount.
And very effective with the ground and pound. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Perez. Oh, he's going for a choke here. This could be tough. Oh, gotta protect your neck. Guillotine choke is locked in. Oh, he is out. How good is that?
That is phenomenal submission defense by this young man.
Fighter trying to pass here, ooh, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do.
Erceg's in half guard now.
Setting up another submission.
That dorse is tight. Oh, he got out again.
He got out again. It's unbelievable.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Steve Erceg. Well, he has expended a lot of energy going for these submissions tonight. I'm not sure his opponent is actually submittable.
No, it doesn't seem like it, because every time he goes for a submission, he gets close, or at least he expects to get close. But his opponent is so on his game that he's not giving him much to work with. This has been a beautiful display of grappling offensively, but also defensively. That was a slick transition. He needs to shove the knees, get his opponent's knee off of his belly so he can get to his feet.
Erceg's pass attempt denied. Round one winding down here. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You gotta be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. 5 minutes in the books. All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round two. Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. Checks the leg kick. Oh, and he tags him with the straight. Nice job there by Perez. Takedown defense holds up. Right now they separate.
He's going guillotine. This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed.
Grounded him and pounded him. Nice job. And there it is. Another strike gets through on the ground. All right, feet on the hips here. Erceg's back in half guard.
Now he's going full mount.
Just over 3 minutes now to go in round two. Good movement defensively here on the ground by Perez. And busy as he looks to improve position here. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape.
Oh, in the mount.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Steve Erceg.
He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head, like, through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why.
Oh, great reversal to top position by Perez.
This work. You stand you up. You need to work.
A lot of top pressure being applied here.
Great job landing from the top position.
Oh, another strike lands from the top.
Getting them out here.
Oh, he reverses the position now. Nice work on the ground by Erceg. Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Blocked! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter. Nice defense.
Erceg going to work here from guard. Nice combination there. Everything he throws is with fight-ending intentions. Trying to guard pass here. Not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transition.
Erceg's back to the side control now.
In the half guard.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Erceg. Another ground and pound strike lands. All right, that's the end of round number two.
Stop!
listen, breathe, relax. I need you to get out there and keep this fight on your feet. I want you to avoid that takedown. Do you know the reason?
All right, now we check out some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about the display of striking?
Just high level. I mean, you would think that we're watching a K1 level kickboxing match opposed to being in the UFC. Both displayed great technical skills, unbelievable striking.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. Touched him with the strike there. Oh, great block there. Doing a real nice job with these leg kicks, trying to slow his opponent down, and largely succeeding. Takedown defense is there. And they separate.
I give one, I take one. You give one, you take one. That's how this fight is being played out. Leg kick. They got checked.
Well, you can see his leg is hurt here, starting to limp a little bit. I think Magomed Ankalaev is the guy we point to for exuding all of that toughness when he absorbed those leg kicks, but don't want to take too many more of those.
But like Magomed, you want to try to get takedowns. You cannot be on your feet limping and turning away from strikes. You got to try and change something. He's doing a really good job of getting on that high crotch and just following the action.
Perez is looking to pass out of the half guard here, maybe looking for side control. He's denied. We have crossed the midpoint of this one. Are working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. Lands with the ground and pound. These ground strikes really started to add up. There's another one. Continuing to work out of the half guard.
Oh, he's got to be careful there, yep.
Postures up now and lands a devastating strike to the head. Gonna try to take his opponents back here, and he does. Working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you gotta be careful here. Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempts to get past his guard.
1 minute to go in the round.
He's got to be careful here.
Really good job to land these strikes from top position. Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
Oh, big elbow. Well, he's worked very hard on this part of his game, and these ground strikes are really starting to take their toll. All right, let's check out some of the action now from that previous round, and he really kept finding a home for those kicks.
Yeah, and why would you change it? If your opponent is not going to check, if he's going to stand there and he's not on his toes and he's stationary, you keep driving those kicks into his thighs, into his body, until he makes some sort of adjustment.
You ready to fight? Ready. Go.
Fourth round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Oh, clipped him with the overhand.
He needs to get into space so that he doesn't get finished.
Well, I'm no fighter, but if I rock a guy to that extent, I feel like I'm closing the show.
Absolutely. You got to go close the show if you get a guy hurt that bad. You cannot back off and take your time. He's ripe for the picking. Go and pick the fruit.
All right, so it looks like... Oh, Oh, there's the swing and there's the miss by Perez. Well, MMA is a constant exercise in risk mitigation, right? But it would seem to me that if he really goes for it offensively, you get him out of there.
He's got him hurt. He's got him hurt. He's got him hurt multiple times in one round. It looks like this fight should be over by now, but his opponent's still standing, and I think that's...
Might be able to hook onto an arm here.
Arm very tight.
Somehow, some way he got out.
These guys are back and forth, and the submission defense wins this transition.
Nicely done. All right, north-south position. Now we'll see who transitions first.
There it is. Now he's going to mount. Great defense by the defensive fighter. Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. All right, so that opened up a cut around his eye area.
He hasn't moved his head well. He was taking shots too clean, and now a cut has opened up.
Erceg's able to make a nice transition there back into side control. All right, half guard form here, and a lot of offensive options, I would think, at his disposal.
Oh, he's got a ton of options. He has submission options, but I believe the safest option for him here is going to be to use his ground and pound. Build a base, posture up, throw big strikes, get back in position, build posture again, throw big strikes, and just really wear him down with a really secure position in half guard.
All right, north-south position now, DC. We'll see how he chooses to advance from here. So the crowd absolutely loving it as these fighters work their way back to the feet.
The fighters are back to their feet now, and they can take in the applause because they deserve it after that grappling exchange.
Horn sounds for the end of round 4. All right, so that's the end of the round. Potential adversity here. He's got a cut on his cheek sustained from that strike in the round. Now the focus becomes maximizing these 60 seconds, shutting that cut and preventing it from becoming a major factor here moving forward. Well, he had a lot more than a puncher's chance coming in. Big knockdown for him in the previous round. DC, talk us through the highlight.
He got in his opponent's face, landed that big punch that put his opponent flat on his back. He couldn't get the finish, but if he lands one more time just like that, he will get the victory.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, 5th and final round.
Nice land. Great punch.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body here, really starting to connect on a lot of strikes to the midsection here in the latter stages of this round. Point accuracy on that punch right there. His opponent's compromised, DC.
It's one thing to land a hard shot. It's another thing completely to land a perfect shot. And that was a perfect shot.
Oh, big left hook there. Watch for him to set up that hook again now. Well, champ, I don't see that well, but it's hard to miss the redness underneath that elbow. A lot of bodily investment.
They're coming at it here. Huge shots landing on both sides.
So holding on to him here, not doing a ton, perhaps just looking to recover.
Oh, nice takedown defense.
Now the uppercuts are coming.
He better start moving. He cannot stand here and eat these uppercuts.
Oh, strong punch there by Erceg.
Oh, big elbow.
And they separate after exiting the clinch. And potentially a critical takedown here. Now potentially working on a submission instead. Oh, good technique there. He's got the triangle choke locked in. You gotta be kidding me. He's out.
He's got to be careful here.
Perez is in half guard.
Changing the position. All these actions, though, these big actions got to wear on the gas tank of both guys.
All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. Erceg's back in side control.
He needs to try to get to a half guard at least. At minimum, try to go to half guard. Oh, good defense, yes.
All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man, I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. Don't want to be there. It's very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning the position of the underhook. It opens up so many opportunities for you to...
What a fight! 25 minutes turned in. All right, so the fighters go the distance here tonight, but it went a whole lot better for one of them than the other. Talk us through the replays, champ.
Some decisions are different than others, and his striking really did separate him from the competition. He fought so well in the stand-up game that he should get a very easy decision.
The official decision is in. Bruce Buffer has it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 49-46, 48-47, and 49-46. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Steve Astro Boy Erceg!
Well, he did not get the finish that he certainly prioritized when we sat down with him at our fighter meeting, but a win is a win. He gets it done by unanimous decision.
And he said he wanted to finish, but sometimes your opponent's not willing to play the game. In those instances, all you can do is control what you can control, and that's fight to the best.